What is the discipline you want?
For me personally, I think that police officers that did that to Tyreek shouldn't be in that position. They should be let go. Look at the guy that just kicked him right there. That guy should be fired. That's out of control. The guy that jumped in, put him in a chokehold. There's no place for a police officer to have a badge that operates like that when Tyreek wasn't being aggressive or violent or fighting back in any capacity. That was horrendous how they treated him. They didn't treat him like a human being. There's no place for police officers to be on the force.
Drew, I agree with that. Does Tyreek agree with you, though?
I of course.
He wants them fired. He thinks they should be fired?
Well, I'll let Tyreek speak to that. That's my opinion. He and I have not had that specific discussion, but certainly I would recommend to Tyreek and the legal team that that's something that we pursue. I think he deserves an apology from each and every one of those police officers involved, and the ones that abuse their authority and power should not be on the force, in my opinion, moving forward.
What do you say to anyone who says that Tyreek Hill has to initially be more submissive in that spot and just simply follow orders regarding his window?
Very clear that Tyreek was submissive, that he was cooperating, and to the extent that the police officers didn't feel that his conduct by no means warranted the extreme reaction that they did. I mean, his conversation there, what do I have to do? Give me a ticket. I mean, he's a human being. He has the right to have these discussions. And, to me, again, Tyreek is human. You don't have to be perfect when you're dealing with the police to not get arrested. I mean, at the end of the day, they yank him out of the car. It's absolutely, he's got rights. He's trying to get a hold of the team security director, myself, and look at this. They yank him out of the car, throw him down. I mean, for what? Have a little bit of patience. What does it take? A minute or two to communicate? He's obviously not a threat. There's no instance. You got to put your knee on his hand right there. Tyreek's been dealing with a wrist injury, a sore knee. This guy right there, that's just unnecessary. He's not fighting back. And then they harassed him. They called him a crybaby. Look at Tyreek. He just said, I had surgery on my knee. He had a procedure. He had some injections this offseason, PRP, and this is how they treat a guy? I mean, what if it wasn't a world-class athlete? And here's my client. He's on the phone with me. They're beating on Tyreek. I'm on the other line there, and they're about to arrest him. I mean, that's absolutely, have a little bit of awareness. These are Dolphin players that are trying to do their job. We're at the stadium. You're a police officer. John Who's trying to calm the situation down, and so is Calais. You don't have the poise as a police officer to recognize that it's Tyreek Hill and Calais Campbell. How about a little bit of communication?